The hospital emergency room was chaos. Fluorescent lights blazed overhead, machines beeped frantically, and doctors and nurses moved with urgent precision through the hallways. "We need that gurney now," a doctor shouted. The automatic doors burst open and paramedics rushed through, wheeling a gurney at breakneck speed. On it lay Sienna Johnson, stunning black African woman with deep, rich, dark brown skin, now pale and gray, her long black box braids spread across the white pillow, her almond-shaped, dark brown eyes barely open, her full, sensual lips moving soundlessly. Blood soaked through the white sheets covering her lower body. So much blood. "She's 4 months pregnant." David Kim ran alongside the gurney, his clothes stained with her blood, his light tan skin almost as pale as hers, his neat black hair disheveled. "Please save the baby. Get me an ultrasound," the lead doctor ordered as they crashed through double doors into the examination room. "Check fetal heartbeat. BP is dropping fast." David was pushed back, left outside as the doors slammed shut in his face. He stood there for a moment, covered in Sienna's blood, staring at those closed doors. Then his phone rang. Dr. Zainab Johnson's name flashed on the screen. He took a breath, composed himself, and answered. "David, where's Sienna? She's not answering her phone." His voice broke perfectly. "She's in surgery. There was so much blood. I don't know if—" "What? What happened?" "Just get to Maryland General. Please, hurry." He hung up. Then his friendly expression dropped completely. Cold, calculated, empty. Behind those closed doors, Sienna's life hung in the balance, and David Kim stood waiting, blood on his hands with secrets that could destroy everything. Welcome back to the most intense story you've ever heard. Thank you, my lovely followers, for all the likes, shares, and comments. It means so much to me knowing you're all following and enjoying this series. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single mind-blowing story from this channel. Sienna is fighting for her baby's life right now. Will her son survive? You're about to uncover some shocking truths about people you thought you could trust. This is part 6, and trust me, you are not ready. Let's get into it. Inside the examination room, controlled chaos reigned. Sienna lay on the table, her deep, rich, dark brown skin glistening with sweat, her curvaceous 5'7" figure trembling. Both hands clutched her pregnant belly protectively, desperately. "My baby," she whispered, tears streaming down her high cheekbones. "Please, save my baby." The doctor worked quickly, barking orders. "Get me that ultrasound machine, now." A nurse wheeled it over. The doctor squeezed cold gel on Sienna's exposed belly. 4 months pregnant, a definite curve. Her son growing inside her. He pressed the ultrasound wand against her dark skin. Moved it. Everyone held their breath. Static. White noise. Nothing. "Come on," the doctor muttered. "Come on, give me something." More static. Sienna's tears fell faster. "No, no, please." Then, thump, 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 thump. "I've got a heartbeat." The doctor's voice filled with relief. "Baby's alive!" Sienna sobbed. Great, gasping sobs of relief. "He's okay? My son is okay?" "For now, but you're hemorrhaging badly. We need to stop the bleeding." "Do whatever you have to. Just save my baby, please." The doctor examined her carefully, his expression growing more serious. "It's a placental abruption, partial separation of the placenta from the uterine wall. Not complete, which is why the baby's still alive." "What does that mean?" "It means," the doctor said gravely, "you're on strict bed rest for the remainder of your pregnancy. Complete bed rest. No activity whatsoever. Any stress, any movement, any additional trauma could complete the separation. And if that happens?" The doctor's pause told her everything. "You'll lose the baby, and possibly your own life from blood loss." Sienna's hand tightened on her belly. "I'll do anything, anything. I'll stay in bed. I won't move. Good. Because one more incident like this, and we can't guarantee either of you will survive." The words hung in the air like a death sentence. Sienna closed her almond-shaped eyes, fresh tears escaping, and whispered to her unborn son, "I'm sorry, baby. Mommy's going to be more careful. I promise I won't let anything happen to you." But even as she made the promise, she didn't know the danger she was truly in, or that the man waiting outside, covered in her blood, was the greatest threat of all. In the waiting room, David Kim sat with blood still staining his business casual clothes. Other people in the waiting area stared at him. This handsome Korean-American man, in his late 20s, neat professional black hair now disheveled, friendly brown eyes now distant and cold, covered in someone else's blood. He pulled out his phone, called Dr. Zainab back. When she answered, her voice was frantic. "David, is she... She's stable. The baby's alive." But it was close. So close. Relief flooded through the phone. "Oh, thank God. Thank God. What happened? Why was she bleeding?" David's expression shifted, calculating, manipulative. It was stress. Extreme stress. He let his voice harden with a manufactured anger. "From that Korean man, Tae-Hyun, who showed up at your house last week." "What? What does he have to do with..." "The visit traumatized her, Dr. Johnson. She's been terrified ever since. His world, his violence, it's a direct threat to her and the baby." He paused for effect. "That man is dangerous. He's the reason your daughter almost lost her child today." "Oh my God, I knew it. I knew his world would destroy her. If he comes near her again, she might not survive. The baby might not survive. The doctors were very clear about that. What should we do? Keep him away, at all costs. Sienna needs peace, safety, stability." David's voice was earnest, concerned. "And that man brings nothing but danger." After they hung up, David's friendly expression dropped completely. He pulled out a different phone from his pocket, a burner, untraceable, dialed. When the line connected, his voice was no longer concerned or kind. It was furious. "What the hell were you thinking?" The voice on the other end had a Korean accent. The letter was delivered as planned. The letter was supposed to scare her, not make her collapse, not make her almost lose the baby. "We didn't anticipate such a severe reaction. I told you I had this under control." David was pacing now, aggressive, nothing like the friendly doctor everyone knew. "I told you I would handle Sienna myself. You didn't need to send that goddamn threat." Mr. Huang wanted her frightened, desperate, more likely to turn to you for protection. "She almost died. If that baby dies, the whole plan falls apart." David's hand clenched around the phone. "I've spent months getting close to her. Months playing the perfect boyfriend. Months. And you almost destroyed everything with one stupid letter? Our apologies. It won't happen again." "It better not. I'm this close to getting her to move in with me. Once she's isolated, once she's completely dependent on me, then we proceed with the plan. Not before. Do you understand?" "Understood. Mr. Huang will be pleased with your progress." He should be. David hung up, ran his hand through his neat black hair, messing it up further. He looked down at his hands, Sienna's blood-dried brown on his light tan skin. For just a moment, something flickered across his face. Regret? Guilt? But then it was gone, replaced by cold determination. He pulled his friendly mask back on, the charming smile, the concerned eyes, the devoted protector, and headed back towards Sienna's room. The performance wasn't over yet. 7,000 miles away in Seoul, Lee Tae-Hyun sat at his office desk at 10 p.m. on a Monday night, looking like death. His expensive gray suit was rumpled from hours of wear. His straight black hair, usually styled back perfectly, was disheveled from running his pale hands through it repeatedly. Dark circles shadowed his intense, dark, piercing eyes. He'd been poring over documents about Park Mi-Soo for hours when his phone rang. One of his surveillance operatives in America. "Boss, there's a situation. Sienna Johnson was taken to Maryland General Hospital by ambulance." Tae-Hyun was on his feet immediately, his tall, muscular, 6'1" frame tense. "What? Why? What happened?" "Medical emergency. Significant blood loss. She's 4 months pregnant and..." "I know she's pregnant." Tae-Hyun's voice cracked. "Tell me about my son." "Baby survived, sir. Partial placental abruption. She's stable now, but on strict bed rest for the remainder of the pregnancy. Tae-Hyun sagged against his desk, one pale hand braced on the surface, the other clutching the phone. Thank God. Thank God. Sir, should we increase security presence at the hospital? Double it, triple it. Tae-Hyun's voice regained its deadly calm. I want men at that hospital 24/7. Discreet but effective. 4-man rotation. No one gets near her room without clearance. Already done, sir. We have 4 operatives stationed there now. Good. Tae-Hyun's jaw clenched, his sharp, angular jawline becoming even more pronounced. And send a message to Hwang Jun-ho. What kind of message, boss? Tell him that if anyone from his organization comes within a mile of Sienna Johnson or my son, I will personally burn his entire family to the ground. His voice dropped to something terrifying. The voice of a man who'd killed before and would kill again. Every business, every asset, every member of his bloodline. I've been patient. I've been playing defense. But if he threatens what's mine again, I will show him exactly why people fear the Lee family. Pause on the other end. Understood, boss. Brutal and clear. Make sure it's delivered in a way he can't ignore. I want him to feel the threat. After hanging up, Tae-Hyun stood alone in his office. Every instinct screamed at him to fly to America immediately. To see her, touch her, make sure she and his son were truly alive and safe. But he couldn't. Not yet. Not until he figured out the Mi-Soo situation. Not until he understood who had set him up and why. Not until he could go to Sienna with the truth, with proof that he'd never betrayed her. He picked up the worn sonogram photo from his desk, the one Sienna had left behind 3 months ago. The only proof he had that his son existed, was growing, was real. He traced the tiny form with his pale finger, his expression breaking just slightly. I'm going to fix this, he whispered to the image. I'm going to fix everything. And then I'm coming for you both. I swear it. He set the photo down gently. Then his expression hardened again. Cold, calculated, dangerous. Someone had destroyed his relationship with Sienna. Someone had staged those photos. Someone had sent them to her at precisely the right moment to break them apart. And he was going to find out who, no matter what it took. An hour later, Dr. Zainab and Kwame Johnson rushed into the hospital, fear etched on their African features. They found David in the waiting room, still in his blood-stained clothes. David! Dr. Zainab grabbed his hands. Where is she? Where's my daughter? She's stable, resting. The baby's alive. Both parents sagged with relief, their deep, dark brown skin glistening with tears. David stood, taking on a heroic posture despite his exhaustion. I was there when it happened. Caught her when she collapsed in the parking lot, stayed with her the entire ambulance ride. Made sure the doctors knew she was pregnant. How far? Along, everything she needed. Dr. Zainab's sharp, intelligent eyes filled with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you so much. You saved her. You saved my grandson. I would do anything for Sienna. David's voice was earnest, his light, tan face sincere. Anything. I love your daughter, and I'll protect her with my life. Kwame Johnson, distinguished African man in his mid-40s, with warm, intelligent eyes behind reading glasses, was studying David carefully. Something wasn't sitting right. Dr. Zainab continued, You're exactly the kind of man she needs. Not that criminal Korean. Mom, please. Kwame tried to interrupt. No, Kwame. Her voice was firm, her elegant features set in determination. David is right here, stable, safe, American. He's not dragging Sienna into gang wars and violence. She turned to David. When this is all over, I hope Sienna realizes what she has in you. David smiled humbly. I just want her happy and safe. That's all that matters. Unlike that Tae-Hyun, who showed up at our door and traumatized her so badly, That's enough. Kwame's voice was firm, his graying hair catching the fluorescent light. David, could you give us a moment? We'd like to see our daughter. Family time? David's smile faltered, just a fraction, just enough for Kwame to notice. Frustration flashed in those friendly brown eyes before he controlled it. Of course, I'll be right outside if you need anything. As David left, Kwame watched him go, unease growing in his gut. After he was gone, Dr. Zainab turned to her husband. What was that about? Don't you think he's a bit much? Much? He saved our daughter's life. I know, but something feels off about him, Zainab. Kwame removed his glasses, cleaned them. A nervous habit. The way he talks about Sienna. The way he positions himself as her only savior. You're being paranoid. Am I? But Kwame's instincts, honed over decades as a professor reading people, were screaming that something was very, very wrong with David Kim. After visiting Sienna, who was pale and exhausted but stable, hand protectively on her belly, Kwame found David in the hallway. David was on his phone, but quickly hung up when he saw Kwame approaching. Mr. Johnson, how is she? Resting, scared, but stable. Kwame crossed his arms. David, can we talk? Of course. They moved to a quieter corner of the hallway. I appreciate everything you've done for Sienna. Truly. You were there when she needed someone, but I need to ask you something. David's posture shifted, subtly, defensive. Anything. Why are you so invested in my daughter? The question hung in the air. David blinked. I care about her. Deeply. You barely know her. A few dates over a few weeks. And yet you're acting like her husband, like you've known her for years. Mr. Johnson, let me finish. Kwame's voice was gentle but firm. My daughter's heart is a mess right now. She's confused, scared, dealing with a complicated situation with her baby's father. She's vulnerable, and I feel like you're pressuring her when she needs space to think clearly. David's jaw tightened, just slightly. I would never pressure Sienna. Maybe not intentionally, but you're always there, always hovering, always inserting yourself into every situation. Kwame leaned forward. I think you need to give her some space. Let her breathe. Let her figure out what she really wants without you constantly influencing her decisions. For just a moment, David's friendly mask slipped. His light tan face hardened. His brown eyes flashed with something dark, anger, frustration, barely controlled rage. But he caught himself, forced the smile back. With all due respect, Mr. Johnson, your daughter needs protection, stability, safety, and I'm the only one offering that right now. Are you? Or are you offering control? The words cut deep. David forced another smile. I think you're misunderstanding my intentions. Maybe, but I'm her father, and my job is to protect her, even from people who claim to want to help. Kwame straightened. So I'm asking you, politely, to give Sienna some space. Let her heal. Let her think, without you constantly in her ear telling her what to do, where to go, who to trust. David's eyes flashed again, that darkness surfacing. But his voice remained controlled. If that's what you think is best, I do. Then I'll respect that. But his tone said otherwise. Excuse me, I need to make a phone call. He walked away, pulling out his phone with barely controlled anger. Kwame watched him go, that uneasy feeling growing stronger. Something was very wrong with David Kim. That night, in the hospital parking lot, David sat in his car in the darkness, on the phone, furious. The father is getting suspicious. He's telling me to back off. The Hwang operative on the other end? Can't you control one old man? I could, but if I push too hard, Sienna will notice. She trusts her father. David slammed his hand on the steering wheel. This would be easier if you hadn't sent that threat that made her collapse. Mr. Hwang wanted... I don't care what Mr. Hwang wanted. I'm the one on the ground here. I'm the one who spent months building this relationship, playing this role? Pause. What do you suggest? David thought, his clean-shaven face calculating in the dim light. I need to separate her from her parents. Get her somewhere isolated, where I have complete control. How? I'll tell her she's putting them in danger. That the Hwangs will target her family if she stays there. That she needs to come with me for their safety. Will she believe that? She will if we stage another attack. Small one. Scare them. Don't hurt anyone seriously. just enough to make her feel guilty for staying. Make her think her presence is putting her parents at risk. Long pause on the other end. We can arrange? That. When? Soon. A few days. Let her get home from the hospital, settle in, feel safe. Then we strike. And once you have her isolated, David's voice went cold. All pretense of the nice guy gone, replaced by something mechanical, professional, deadly. Then I keep her comfortable, controlled until she hits 7 months. That's when we take the baby. Early delivery, claim it's a medical emergency. Tell her the baby died, but really, we take him. Hwang family keeps him, raises him. Perfect revenge. The ultimate revenge. Lee Tae-Hyun and Sienna will spend the rest of their lives thinking their child is dead, mourning him, destroyed by grief. David's smile was cruel now, when really, he's alive. Being raised by their enemy, they'll never know. They'll suffer forever. Mr. Hwang will be very pleased. He should be. I've been playing the perfect boyfriend for months, pretending to care about a woman carrying another man's child. It's exhausting. Your payment will be substantial, $5 million. It better be. Now, set up that attack. Make it convincing. And this time, don't overdo it. He hung up, sat in the darkness, looked at his phone. Photos of Sienna from over the past weeks. Her smiling at restaurants, her laughing at his jokes, her hand on her pregnant belly. For just a moment, something flickered across his face. Was it guilt? Regret? Some shred of humanity? But then it was gone. He got out of the car, straightened his blood-stained shirt, and headed back toward the hospital. The friendly smile returning like a well-worn mask. The performance wasn't over. Not even close. 6 months earlier, Seoul, South Korea. A dark office in the exclusive business district. Hwang Jun-ho, intimidating Korean man in his early 50s, with pale skin, harsh features, cold predatory eyes, sat behind an expensive desk. David Kim stood before him, but this David looked different, sharper, harder, no friendly smile, no warm eyes. This was David before the mask. You came highly recommended, Hwang said. Ex-military intelligence? Correct. Specialized in the long-term undercover operations, psychological manipulation, target acquisition, and control. And you're willing to relocate to America for an extended assignment? Depends on the pay. Hwang slid a folder across the desk. David opened it. Inside, photos of a stunning black African woman. Deep, rich, dark brown skin. Almond-shaped eyes. Long black box braids. Beautiful smile. This is Sienna Johnson. African woman, 20 years old, artist. Currently in Seoul, romantically involved with Lee Tae-Hyun. David studied the photos. Lee family, your rivals. My enemies. Hwang's voice went cold. Lee Tae-Hyun nearly destroyed my organization 6 months ago. Killed my best men. Cost me billions in lost business. And you want revenge. I want to destroy him. Completely. Hwang leaned forward. Not his business, that's too easy. I want to destroy his soul. Make him suffer in ways he can't fight. How does she fit in? She's pregnant with his child. Planning to return to America soon to have the baby there. You want me to kill her? No. Hwang's smile was cruel. Too easy. Too quick. Death is mercy. He tapped the folder. I want you to get close to her. Become her friend, her confidant, her protector. Make her trust you completely. And then, when she's 7 months pregnant, you arrange for an early delivery. You tell her the baby died. But really, you bring the child to me. David raised his eyebrows, impressed despite himself. You want to steal Lee Tae-Hyun's son. I want them both to suffer. Forever. Hwang's eyes gleamed with malice. They'll mourn that child for the rest of their lives, never knowing he's alive, being raised by me, by their enemy. His smile widened. That's true revenge, not death. Living torture. Every day for the rest of their lives, they'll think about that dead baby. That's how you destroy someone's soul. That's elaborate. Can you do it? David considered. his professional mind calculating risks and rewards. How much? 5 million US dollars. Half upfront, half when you deliver the child. David's eyes gleamed. For that price, I can do anything. I can make her fall in love with me if you want. I don't need her to love you. I need her to trust you. Completely. Absolutely. So when the time comes to take the baby, she never suspects. She just thinks it's a tragic medical emergency. Consider it done. They shook hands. Hwang added, one more thing. Lee Dong-wook, Tae-Hyun's father, is also invested in keeping Sienna away from his son. He's already making moves. He may be useful. You're working with Lee's father? Not directly, but we have aligned interests. He wants Sienna gone from his son's life. We want to destroy them both. Hwang shrugged. The enemy of my enemy. Complicated. That's why I'm paying you so much. Hwang stood. You leave for America next week. Sienna will return to Maryland shortly after. You'll be introduced through her mother. We have someone working that angle. An old colleague who knows the family. Her mother is in on this? Not exactly, but she wants her daughter away from Lee Tae-Hyun too. Different reasons. We're simply helping her achieve that goal while achieving ours. Manipulation within manipulation. That's how you destroy someone completely. From every angle, every side, until they have nowhere safe to turn. David smirked. When do I start? Immediately. Back in the present, David stood in the hospital hallway. 6 months of performance. 6 months of playing the perfect boyfriend. 6 months of smiling and laughing and pretending to care. All leading to this moment, Sienna trapped, vulnerable, dependent, exactly where he needed her. In Seoul, Tae-Hyun worked through the night. His men reported on their investigation into Park Mi-Soo. Boss, we found something. She's been seen regularly at the Four Seasons Hotel. Same suite, presidential suite, for 2 years. Tae-Hyun looked up sharply. Who's paying for it? That's where it gets complicated. The payments are buried under multiple shell companies and offshore accounts. Can you trace them? We're trying, sir. But whoever set this up is a professional. The money moves through so many layers, it's nearly impossible to track back to the source. Nearly impossible, but not completely. Tae-Hyun stood, his tall frame imposing even in exhaustion. Keep digging. There has to be something. A name on a property deed, a signature on a bank transfer, something. We're working on it, boss. But these aren't amateurs. This is professional-level money laundering. Government or military grade. Which tells me whoever is protecting Mi-Soo has serious resources, serious power, and serious reasons to stay hidden. After his men left, Tae-Hyun stared at the information. Someone powerful was protecting Mi-Soo. Someone who could move millions invisibly. Someone close enough to know his schedule, his movements, his vulnerabilities. Someone who wanted to destroy his relationship with Sienna. Who are you? He muttered to the empty office. And why did you betray me? A few days later, Sienna lay in her hospital bed, finally stable enough to have visitors besides family. David sat in a chair beside her, reading a book, playing the devoted protector. Sienna watched him for a long moment, something nagging at the back of her mind. David, can I ask you something? He looked up, friendly smile in place. Of course. That day in the parking lot, you were just there. How did you know where I was? Tiny hesitation, barely noticeable. I was coming to find you, to take you to lunch like we talked about. But you couldn't have known I'd be at that specific grocery store at that exact time. Lucky coincidence? But something in his voice felt off. Sienna studied his face. Handsome, clean-shaven, friendly, too friendly. David, have you been following me? No, I would never. Then how did you just happen to be in that parking lot at that exact moment, right when I collapsed? He shifted uncomfortably, caught. I was worried about you. After everything with that Korean man who showed up at your house, I wanted to make sure you were safe. So you were following me. Not following, protecting. That's the same thing. She was getting upset now, her hand moving protectively to her belly. David, that's not okay. That's stalking. The monitor started beeping, her heart rate rising, blood pressure spiking. David immediately backed off, hands up. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have. His voice softened, became concerned again. I just wanted to help, to keep you safe. But I see now that was wrong. I'm sorry. Sienna took deep breaths, forcing herself to calm. The monitors slowly returned to normal, but the trust was damaged. She could see it in her own eyes, reflected in the darkened window. I think you should go home. Get some rest. Sienna, please, I need some space. David stood reluctantly, grabbing his jacket. If that's what you want, it is. I'll check on you tomorrow? Maybe. I'll call you. He left. But as Sienna watched through the window in her door, she saw him. He didn't leave the hospital. He sat down in one of the chairs in the hallway, right outside her room, guarding her, whether she wanted him to or not. Sienna felt a chill run down her spine. Something wasn't right about David Kim, but she couldn't put her finger on exactly what. Meanwhile, in Seoul, darkness had fallen. Lee Dong-wook met with a man in an expensive restaurant's private room. This man, his cleaner, had handled problems for the Lee family for decades. The woman, Park Mi-Soo, she's becoming a liability. What kind? She's pregnant, claims it's my son's child, but it's mine. Dong-wook's harsh features showed no emotion. She's threatening to expose everything. The setup, the photos, our affair. The cleaner nodded. What do you want done? She needs to disappear, permanently. But it must look natural. Suicide or accident? Her insurance? She mentioned having evidence. Find it first. Video, documents, whatever she has. Destroy it all. Then handle her. Timeline? Soon, before she can talk to anyone else, before this spirals further out of control. Understood. Fee? Dong-wook slid a briefcase across the table. The cleaner opened it, saw the cash inside, nodded. Consider it handled. After he left, Dong-wook sat alone in the private room. No guilt, no remorse, just cold calculation. Mi-Soo had made a critical error. She'd threatened him. Threatened his position, his power, his control over his son. And that was a death sentence. That same night, in her apartment across Seoul, Park Mi-Soo noticed something wrong. Men watching her, building from cars across the street. Black sedans that weren't there yesterday. Shadows in the alley. She realized with cold certainty, Dong-wook was going to kill her. Fear flooded through her, hands shaking. She set up her phone on a shelf, hit record, and took a deep breath. My name is Park Mi-Soo. If you're watching this, I'm probably dead. Her voice shook slightly. Lee Dong-wook paid me to drug his son, Lee Tae-Hyun, and stage photos to destroy his relationship with Sienna Johnson. I've been Dong-wook's mistress for 2 years. He pays for my hotel suite at the Four Seasons. We meet every week. She paused, gathering courage. The baby I'm carrying, it's his, not Tae-Hyun's. I got pregnant by Dong-wook, not his son. Tears now. I'm making this video because I think he's going to kill me. I tried to blackmail him into leaving his wife and acknowledging me publicly. That was stupid, but I was tired of being a secret. If I'm dead, please make sure Tae-Hyun sees this. He deserves to know his father betrayed him, that he never cheated on Sienna, that it was all a setup. And Sienna, if you see this, Tae-Hyun loves you. He never stopped. He was drugged. Those photos were staged. Don't let Dong-wook's manipulation destroy what you have. Her voice broke. I'm sorry for my part in this. I wish I'd never agreed. The money wasn't worth it. She stopped recording, uploaded the video to secure cloud storage, set up a dead man's switch. If she didn't check in every 24 hours, the video would automatically send to multiple recipients. Lee Tae-Hyun, major news outlets, police, the Lee family lawyer, and Sienna Johnson's email. Then she made a phone call to someone we don't hear. I need protection. Lee Dong-wook is going to kill me. I have evidence that could destroy him. I'll trade it for safety. She packed a bag, expensive clothes, jewelry, documents. She was running. The question was, would she run fast enough? The next day, the doorbell rang at the Lee family mansion. The housekeeper answered. Park Mi-Soo stood there with designer luggage. Beautiful, confident, her small pregnant belly just beginning to show under her expensive maternity dress. I'm here to see Park Yeon-soo, Lee Tae-Hyun's mother. Who should I say is calling? Mi-Soo placed her hand on her belly. Tell her it's the mother of her first grandson. Minutes later, Park Yeon-soo appeared. Elegant Korean woman in her late 40s. Beautiful, mature features, wearing a traditional hanbok. Can I help you? Mi-Soo bowed respectfully. Mrs. Lee, I'm Park Mi-Soo. We haven't formally met, but your son Tae-Hyun and I... She placed her hand meaningfully on her belly. We're having a baby. Your first grandson. Yeon-soo's face went pale. Her elegant features frozen in shock. What? I know this is sudden and unconventional, but I'm not safe in my own home. Mi-Soo's voice took on vulnerability, her eyes filling with practiced tears. And I thought, family should stick together. Especially now that I'm carrying your grandchild. Yeon-soo was speechless, staring at this beautiful pregnant woman claiming to carry her son's child. I don't understand. Tae-Hyun never mentioned... He doesn't know I'm here. We had a complicated night together. He doesn't remember it clearly, but the baby is real. The pregnancy is real. She pulled out ultrasound photos with shaking hands. Please, Mrs. Lee. I have nowhere else to go, and I'm scared. Yeon-soo, traditional woman raised to respect pregnancy above all else, couldn't turn away a pregnant woman claiming to carry her grandchild, even though every instinct told her something was wrong. Come in. We'll figure this out. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mi-Soo smiled through her tears. The housekeeper helped with her designer luggage. Mi-Soo looked around the expensive home. Traditional Korean architecture mixed with modern luxury. She was in. Now she just had to stay alive long enough for Dong-wook to be exposed. That evening, Lee Dong-wook returned home from work. His expensive car pulled into the driveway of the family mansion. He walked into the living room, loosening his tie, ready to pour himself a drink, and froze completely. Park Mi-Soo sat on his sofa, drinking tea with his wife, pregnant, comfortable, in his home. His harsh face went white with rage, then red. What the hell are you doing here? He lunged toward her, murder in his cold eyes. Yeon-soo jumped up, stepped between them. Dong-wook, stop! She's pregnant. I don't care if she's... You will not attack a pregnant woman in my home. Yeon-soo's voice was steel, her gentle features hard with determination. Whatever issues you have with her, they can wait until after the baby is born safely. Dong-wook was shaking with fury, his fists clenched, veins visible on his strong neck. But his wife's presence stopped him. He couldn't expose himself, couldn't reveal the truth. Mi-Soo stood calmly, one hand on her belly. Hello, Mr. Lee. Surprised to see me? Get out. Now, before you what? Kill me? Mi-Soo stepped closer, her voice low so only Dong-wook could hear. If anything happens to me, anything, everyone will know the truth. Video confession, documents, photos of us together, everything. It all goes public automatically, whether I'm dead or alive. Dong-wook's jaw clenched so hard, it was a wonder his teeth didn't shatter. Trapped. She raised her voice so Yeon-soo could hear. I'm just asking for a safe place to stay until your grandson is born. Surely that's not too much to ask. Family should protect family. Yeon-soo completely lost about the dangerous undertones. Grandson? Dong-wook, what is she talking about? Why are you so angry? She's carrying Tae-Hyun's child. Dong-wook couldn't answer without exposing everything. Mi-Soo smiled sweetly at him. Your husband and I have had disagreements about the baby. He doesn't believe it's Tae-Hyun's. but a DNA test after birth will prove everything. Won't it, Mr. Lee? The threat was clear. If he forced a DNA test, the truth would come out. Yeon-soo looked between them, sensing something deeper, darker. What's really going on here? Dong-wook? But he couldn't answer. Wouldn't answer. You have until morning to leave, he said, his voice deadly calm, the voice that had ordered countless deaths. After that, I don't care what happens. He stormed out. The door slammed. Mi-Soo sat back down, sipped her tea calmly. She'd won this round, bought herself time. Yeon-soo stared at her. Who are you really? What's happening? Mi-Soo just smiled enigmatically. I'm family now, Mrs. Lee. You'll understand everything soon. Late that night, Tae-Hyun got a frantic call from his mother. You need to come home, now. There's an emergency. What kind of emergency? Just come, please. It's about your child. He arrived at the family home within the hour, confused and worried. Walked through the door. Park Mi-Soo rushed to him from the living room, arms outstretched. Tried to kiss him, wrapping her arms around his neck. He shoved her away, hard, disgust clear on his pale face. What the hell? Get off me! His mother was there, watching from the doorway, her elegant features tight with anger. Tae-Hyun! Yeon-soo's voice cracked like a whip. Don't push her. She's pregnant. She's lying. I saw the pregnancy test myself. The ultrasound photos. His mother stormed toward him. How could you? I thought you loved Sienna. Mom, I didn't. She told me everything. About your night together. Because I don't remember that night. I told you. I think I was drugged. His mother's hand flew up. Slap. The sound echoed through the expensive room. Tae-Hyun stood there, his pale hand on his reddening cheek, staring at his mother in absolute shock. She'd never hit him before. Never. You will not blame your mistakes on being drugged. Her voice shook with rage and disappointment. If you couldn't control yourself, you should have kept your pants on. You should have thought about the woman you claim to love, that African woman, before doing this. I didn't raise you this way. Mom, this woman is carrying your child, my grandchild, and you will treat her with respect, at least in my presence till we sort this out. I'm telling you, she's setting me up. Mi-Soo started crying, perfect tears streaming down her pale face. Why are you doing this to me? To us? I love you. I'm having your baby. You're not having my baby. I never touched you. Then how am I pregnant? She sobbed, hands on her belly, playing the devastated lover perfectly. How? We were together. You were there. I was unconscious. We can do a DNA test, Mi-Soo said through her tears. Prove it's yours. Prove I'm telling the truth. Fine, let's do it, right now. Not until the baby's born. Her voice was firm beneath the tears. Prenatal DNA testing is too risky. I won't endanger my child just to prove what we both know is true. Convenient. Too convenient. His mother, she's right, Tae-Hyun. We wait until after the birth. I won't risk her life for your pride. Mom, you can't seriously believe. I believe a pregnant woman over a son who conveniently doesn't remember his actions. Her voice was cold, disappointed. She's staying here, in this house, under my protection, until the baby is born and we can do a DNA test. Mom, that's final. She turned to Mi-Soo, her voice softening. Come, dear. Let me show you to a guest room. You need rest. Mi-Soo went with her, but not before throwing Tae-Hyun a look over her shoulder. Victorious. Smug. She'd trapped him. His own mother was protecting her. And he couldn't prove anything without DNA, which she wouldn't allow until after birth. By then, it might be too late. Tae-Hyun stood alone in the living room, feeling walls closing in from every side. His father had set him up. Mi-Soo was playing his mother. Sienna was 7,000 miles away, probably hating him, and he was powerless to stop any of it. Days later, Sienna was finally discharged from the hospital. Her father helped her into the house carefully, her hand never leaving her pregnant belly. A nurse was there to help with the bed rest protocol. blood pressure monitors, fetal heartbeat monitors, medical supplies. Kwame helped her upstairs to her room, got her settled in bed. "How are you feeling, sweetheart?" "Scared, Dad." Her voice was small. "Scared every moment that I'll lose him." "You won't. You're strong. He's strong." After Sienna was resting, Kwame found his wife downstairs in the kitchen. "Zainab, we need to talk about David." "David?" She turned from the stove, her sharp features defensive. "He saved her life. He's a hero." "Maybe, but I don't trust him. He's too invested, too pushy." Kwame sat down heavily at the table. "Something feels wrong about that man. He loves her. Does he? Or does he want something from her?" Kwame leaned forward. "The way he's always there, always pushing her away from Tae-Hyun, always positioning himself as the hero, the savior. Tae-Hyun is dangerous. His world almost killed our daughter. But David was there when she collapsed. Right there. In that parking lot. At that exact moment." Kwame's voice hardened. "How convenient. You think he... what? Orchestrated it?" "I don't know what I think. But something isn't adding up, Zainab." Dr. Zainab crossed her arms. "You're being paranoid. You just can't stand that there's finally a good, stable, safe man interested in Sienna. A man who isn't a criminal. I'm being cautious. There's a difference. Tae-Hyun brought violence to our door. His world threatened our family. And yet," Kwame paused, "when he came here, he didn't threaten us. He just wanted to see Sienna, to explain. After he already betrayed her, after he got another woman pregnant, what if he's telling the truth? What if he really was set up? By who? I don't know. But David showing up right when Sienna is most vulnerable." Kwame shook his head. "I don't like it." They stared at each other, fundamental disagreement dividing them. 3 nights later, it happened. The Johnson house was quiet, everyone asleep. Security that David had hired was stationed outside. But something was wrong. Shadows moving in the darkness. Professional. Silent. Kwame woke up, some sixth sense telling him danger was near. He got out of bed quietly, moved toward the hallway, saw a shadow downstairs, started to reach for the light switch. Crash. Someone hit him from behind with the table lamp. Pain exploded through his skull. Kwame went down hard, blood flowing from his head. The attacker was David, dressed in all black, cold and professional. He looked down at Kwame's unconscious body with no emotion, then started towards Sienna's room. But just as he reached her door, gunshots outside, shouting. David's expression changed. Panic. He ran to the window, saw armed men in tactical gear taking down the Hwang operatives, Tae-Hyun's men. The real attack from the Hwangs was being stopped by security David didn't know about. His fake rescue was about to be exposed. He had to move fast. David grabbed one of the fallen Hwang operatives' weapons, fired shots safely away from anyone, creating the illusion he was fighting them off. By the time Tae-Hyun's men breached the house, David was standing in the hallway, gun drawn, protecting Sienna's bedroom door, one of Tae-Hyun's operatives. "Who are you?" "David Kim. I'm a friend of the family. I heard the attack and grabbed this from one of them." He gestured to the unconscious Hwang operative on the floor that Tae-Hyun's men had actually captured. "Is everyone safe?" The operative studied him suspiciously. But Sienna's door opened. She stood there, terrified, hand on her belly, wearing Tae-Hyun's oversized white shirt. "What's happening? David?" "It's okay. It's over. The Hwangs attacked, but they were stopped." Dr. Zainab appeared from her room. "Kwame. Where's Kwame?" They found him downstairs, unconscious, bleeding from the head wound. Ambulance called. Chaos. And in the chaos, no one noticed David's satisfied expression. His plan had worked. Hours later, at the hospital, Kwame lay in bed with a concussion and stitches. The whole family was there. Sienna pale and shaking, hand protectively on her belly. Police had taken statements. David was there too, playing the concerned protector. The doctor, "He'll be fine. Lucky blow. Could have been much worse." Dr. Zainab cried with relief. Sienna felt overwhelming guilt crushing her chest. "This is my fault," she whispered, tears falling. "They came for me. Dad got hurt because of me." "No, sweetheart." Her father tried from the bed. "Yes, the Huangs want to hurt me, and you got hurt instead." She was crying now. "What if next time they kill you? Kill Mom? Because of me?" David placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. "Sienna, can we talk? Privately?" They stepped into the hallway. "This isn't your fault. My father is in the hospital because of me." "No, because of the Huangs, because you're staying somewhere they can find you." He took her hands in his brown eyes earnest. "Sienna, I have a place. Remote, safe, protected. Come stay with me." "David, your parents are targets as long as you're there. Your father already got hurt. What if next time it's worse?" His voice was urgent, concerned, perfectly calibrated. "What if they kill him? Kill your mother? Because the Huangs are trying to get to you?" Sienna's face crumpled. "Oh God. But if you come with me, if you're somewhere else, your parents won't be targets anymore. They'll be safe. Don't you see? Where is this place?" "A ranch, about 2 hours from here. Isolated. My family's property, full security. The Huangs won't find you there. I promise." "I don't know. I know you don't love me, Sienna. I know your heart belongs to someone else." His voice was gentle, understanding. "But let me do this. Let me protect you and your son. For your parents' sake, if nothing else." She was crying now, guilt and fear consuming her. "You promise they'll be safe if I go?" "I promise. The Huangs want you. If you're not there, they have no reason to target your family." Sienna looked through the window at her father, bandaged, hurt because of her. "Okay." Her voice was small, defeated. "Okay, I'll come with you." David smiled, but there was something cold in it that she didn't see. "You're making the right choice. I'll keep you safe. Both of you." He pulled her into a hug. Over her shoulder, his expression was victorious. He'd got her. In Seoul, Tae-Hyun worked obsessively, barely sleeping. His men couldn't find anything concrete on David Kim. "Boss, his background checks out, but it feels constructed, like an identity that was built rather than lived. Keep digging. There has to be something." "We're trying, sir, but whoever constructed his identity was professional, possibly military or intelligence." After they left, Tae-Hyun received a different report. Surveillance footage from hotels where Mi-Soo had met her mysterious benefactor. Most footage was destroyed, but there was one clip, grainy, from a hallway camera. A man entering the suite with Mi-Soo, face hidden by angle, expensive suit. But then, his hand reached for the door. Tae-Hyun froze the frame, zoomed in. On the man's hand, there was a ring, distinctive, unusual design, family crest. Tae-Hyun's blood ran cold. He'd seen that ring before. He pulled out his phone, scrolled frantically through photos, family events, business meetings, his father's birthday last month, and there, his father's hand in a photo, the same ring, custom made, Lee family crest. Only 3 existed, his grandfather's, deceased, his father's, and his own, which he never wore. The man in that surveillance footage was his father. "No," Tae-Hyun whispered to the empty office. "No, no, no." But the evidence didn't lie. His father had set him up. His own father had destroyed his relationship with Sienna. "You betrayed me," he said to the frozen image, his voice breaking. "My own father." Everything clicked into place. The drugging, the photos, Mi-Soo's pregnancy claim, all orchestrated by Lee Dong-wook. Tae-Hyun's hands shook with rage, but he controlled it, channeled it. "I'm going to destroy you," he said quietly. "I'm going to take everything from you, the way you took Sienna from me." At the Lee family home, 16-year-old Jiwoo sat with her mother in the sitting room. "Mom, I hate her." "Jiwoo, that's not appropriate. I don't care. She's fake. Everything about her is fake." The young girl threw herself on the couch. The way she talks, the way she cries, the way she touches her belly like she's in a drama. "She's carrying your nephew. Allegedly. We don't know that for sure until the DNA test. Yeon-soo set down her needlework. Why are you so against her? Because Appa loves someone else. He loves Sienna, and this woman is ruining everything. Your brother made a mistake. Did he? Or is Mi-Soo lying? Jiwoo sat up, her young face passionate. Mom, Appa said he was drugged. Why won't you believe him? Because men always say that when they're caught. Not Appa. Appa doesn't lie. Not to us. Her voice was fierce with loyalty. And I saw him with Sienna, Mom, at the hospital. The way he looked at her, like she was his whole world. He wouldn't betray her. Not like this. Yeon-soo was quiet for a moment. I saw them too, she admitted softly. The way he protected her. The love in his eyes. Then why are you letting Mi-Soo stay here? Because if there's even a chance she's carrying my grandchild, I can't turn her away. Once the DNA test is done, she'll be gone, right? If the baby isn't Tae-Hyun's, yes. Good. Because I miss Sienna. She was nice. She made Appa happy. Downstairs, they heard Mi-Soo humming, going through expensive things, making herself at home. Jiwoo, she's going to steal something. Watch. That evening, Mi-Soo found Yeon-soo alone in the traditional garden. Mrs. Lee, may I join you? Of course. Mi-Soo sat, hand on her belly. After a moment of silence, can I ask you something personal? Yeon-soo tensed. What? Have you ever wondered about your husband, if he's faithful? Yeon-soo's face went cold. That's inappropriate. I'm sorry, I see the way Mr. Lee looks at me sometimes, and I wonder if maybe I'm not the first woman in this family to be in a complicated situation. Yeon-soo stood. My husband is many things, but he's faithful. Of course, I didn't mean to imply. Mi-Soo touched her arm. It's just that men with power often feel entitled to more than one woman. It's common in these circles. Not in my marriage, but doubt had been planted. Seeds that would grow. The next day, Sienna told her parents she was moving to David's ranch. Her mother was pleased. Her father was deeply worried. Sienna, I don't trust David. Kwame, Dr. Zainab snapped. He saved our lives. Did he? But Sienna was determined. Dad, you got hurt because of me. I can't let that happen again. That night, after Kwame was asleep, Dr. Zainab pulled out her phone, hesitated, then dialed a number she shouldn't have. Dr. Johnson. Dongwook's voice was cold. I thought we agreed not to contact each other. There was an attack, the Hwangs. My husband was hurt. Not my concern. Send security. Your son's child is in danger. Sienna is no longer my concern. You were paid to keep her away. What happens beyond that is your business. He hung up. Dagger behind her. Who were you talking to? Kwame stood there, bandaged, horrified. Kwame, who were you calling about deals and payments? She was caught. Complete silence. Zainab, what did you do? She started crying. I was protecting her. By making deals with Cho. Lee Dong-wook, Tae-Hyun's father. The name hung like a bomb. Kwame staggered. You made a deal with a crime lord? He paid me to keep Sienna away from Tae-Hyun. And you took it? I was protecting her. You sold your daughter's happiness for money? He could barely breathe. What else? She couldn't meet his eyes. What else? The photos. The ones showing Tae-Hyun with another woman. He sent them to me, to send to Sienna. Kwame's face went white. You destroyed her relationship, broke her heart, made her think he betrayed her. For money. For her safety. You don't get to decide that, he was shouting. Our daughter almost died because of choices you made. He walked away, leaving her alone with her guilt. The next day, Sienna moved to David's ranch. Long drive through rural Maryland. Trees getting denser. Roads more isolated. It's very remote, she said nervously, hand on her belly. David smiled. That's the point. You'll be safe here. They turned onto a private road, gated. He entered a code. More driving through forest. Then a ranch house appeared, large, isolated, or surrounded by trees. This is it. Sienna got out slowly. It was so quiet. No sounds, no neighbors, just isolation. David, I don't know about this. Come inside. You'll feel better. The interior was nice, modern, comfortable, but the windows had bars. Why are there bars? Security, to keep intruders out. They look like they keep people in. He laughed. Paranoid much? Let me show you your room. Upstairs. Guest bedroom. Spacious. But again, bars on windows. Where's your room? Down the hall. If you need anything, just call. After he left, Sienna pulled out her phone. No signal. Her stomach dropped. David, she called. He appeared. Yes? My phone isn't working. Oh, right. No cell service, too remote. What if there's an emergency? I have a landline. You'll be fine. But I can't call my parents. I'll set up the landline tomorrow. He closed the door. Sienna stared at her useless phone. No signal. No way to reach anyone. Miles from civilization. Alone with David. What have I done? She whispered. 3 days passed. Sienna tried repeatedly to call her parents. David always had excuses. The landline is being repaired. Tomorrow. Always tomorrow. She was on bed rest, monitors hooked up. David checked her vitals twice daily, professional, efficient, cold. The friendly warmth was gone. David? She called from her room. He appeared. Yes? Can I use your phone? Just to call my parents? The satellite phone is charging. It's been charging for 2 days. Old model, takes time. Then drive me somewhere with cell service. You're on bed rest, no travel. But, Sienna. His voice was firm, not friendly. Firm. You're here for your safety. Stop fighting me. She stared at him. This wasn't the David she knew. When can I leave? When it's safe. When will that be? I'll let you know. He turned. Dinner in an hour. He closed the door. She heard it. Click. Locked. David, she pounded. Did you just lock me in? His voice through the door. For your safety. Wild animals. I'm a prisoner. You're protected. Get some rest. Keep that baby healthy. Footsteps walking away. She was alone. Locked in. No phone. Hand on her belly, she sank to the floor. Tae-Hyun, she whispered, crying. Please find me, please. Back in Maryland, in the Johnson house 3 days later, Kwame sat in his study late at night. He picked up his phone, dialed Sienna's number. The number you are trying to reach is not in service. He frowned, tried again. Same message. He tried the number David gave them for the ranch. Rings, 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 voicemail. You've reached David Kim. Leave a message. David, it's Sienna's father. Please have her call me. I want to make sure she's okay. He hung up, tried Sienna's number again. Still not in service. He pulled out his laptop. Searched for David Kim's ranch property. Can't find it. No address. No property records under his name. Zainab, he called. His wife appeared. What? When did you last hear from Sienna? 2 days ago. She called from David's landline, said she was fine. I can't reach her. Her phone isn't working. David isn't answering. She's probably just resting. For 3 days? Without calling? Kwame stood, agitated. Something's wrong. You're overreacting. Am I? Or did we just send our pregnant daughter to an isolated location with a man we barely know? His voice rose. A man whose background doesn't check out. A man who's always conveniently there when things go wrong. David is protecting her. Is he? Kwame grabbed his jacket. I'm going to find her. You don't even know where the ranch is. Then I'll find it. Dr. Zainab finally worried too. Kwame, what if you're right? What if... They stared at each other, the horrifying possibility settling over them. Kwame pulled out his phone again, looked at it, one more time, dialed Sienna's number. The number you're trying to reach is not in service. He looked at his wife, voice hollow. What have we done? What have we done to our daughter? Oh my God, Sienna is trapped. She's locked in with David and he's showing his true colors. Her phone doesn't work. Her parents can't reach her. She's alone. And did you see? Tae-Hyun found the ring. He knows his father betrayed him. He knows everything. Mi-Soo is playing games at the Lee house, planting seeds of doubt. And she's got insurance that could expose everyone. Comment right now. Will Tae-Hyun find Sienna in time? What is David going to do to her? Is the baby going to survive? Will Sienna escape? What happens when Dong-wook finds out Tae-Hyun knows? Sienna's father keeps asking, "What have we done?" And honestly, we're asking the same thing. Smash that like button if your heart is racing. Subscribe and turn on notifications because part 7 is going to be insane. Who wants a part 7? Will Tae-Hyun save Sienna? Will David hurt the baby? Will the truth come out? Everything explodes next time. Drop a comment. What time is it where you are? Do you think Sienna will escape? Team Tae-Hyun forever? See you in part 7. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Let's move this space if you want a part 7 now that it is really intense.